This is not a video I like to make. Most of the time I want to keep my channel positive, but something that's been bothering me a lot lately. I hate being non-binary. The label that makes people think that you just want to be special. The label that makes everyone have debates about whether you belong in the community that was supposed to be built for people like you. Everywhere I go, there's constant arguments about characters that are confirmed to be non-binary. But people would give any reason not to use the proper pronouns. I will have to endure being misgendered constantly because how are they supposed to know? I have to endure not knowing what I actually want to become, what I want to transition. Knowing I will probably never, ever be fully happy with the way that I look. And there aren't even that many people who feel the same way. I can't even find that many people who feel the same way. And those are just labeled by other people, like people want to be special, misgendered constantly. It's a constant thing. In the community, there's always debates. Always. And it's exhausting and uncomfortable. I just have to get used to it. I'm not allowed to talk back, or I'm suddenly the problem. In this new world, with everything, every law, it's not even the laws that bother me, even though they should, and they do. To some extent, I just see them and I just think another fucking thing that'll make it harder to live. You weren't born. We didn't want it to ever be political. We didn't want it to ever be anything else. The small thing out of the many things that make you a person. That just one label can make a person want to end you, hurt you worse. And I've seen that firsthand. I've had people who want to hurt me and worse because I have a label. I've been guilt-tripped into believing that I'm just a sheep following someone else's rhetoric. Someone who just wants to be special. And then I gotten out of that situation, I don't know where I'd be. I'm terrified of talking about that. But what else can I say? I'm just constantly talking about whether I belong in the community that was built for me or not. Whether someone should respect my pronouns. Characters that are supposed to represent my story stripped of their own because they said so. The constant discussions has made me feel so dysphoric lately. It's really bad. And I can't talk to anyone about it because no one else will understand in the same way. It feels like there's so few I can even speak to about this. And I don't know how to speak about it because the feelings are so complicated and weird and different. And I know I'm not alone. I know there are other people like me. But I feel so fucking alone in the world right now. And I don't know why. Having people close to me who will never see me the way I see myself. Not my friends, but I can't name. There's things I can't say. Probably was supposed to be the 1 month where we celebrated everyone, yet I've never seen so many discussions on whether non-binary people belong, whether one person is actually trans or not, because despite being confirmed by the creator, it doesn't matter because you have an opinion apparently. And there are fewer and fewer safer places for us to stay and live in. And probably was supposed to be to remember all the people that have passed away. But it's become a discussion about who belongs in this community. The community itself has felt toxic and scary. And the only place I can feel any safe space in is Celeste. I wanted to make a video about Celeste in general because it just genuinely made me feel so goddamn safe in a way I didn't know was possible. And I think that's going to be in the works, I don't know when. But even though it's a trans femme story and there aren't that many trans mask stuff in it at all, it just genuinely made me feel so goddamn safe to be myself because of the community and the people that own it and are the biggest in that community being so kind and gentle and forming people who share love and care. I'm not as scared to be myself as I once was. You can look at my videos a year ago, you can see the difference, you can tell. And though I've changed and grown in so many ways, I still have to grieve, and I am currently grieving that I will never ever be able to look the way I want to. I will never be able to transition into the person that I wish I was. And that really hurts. HRT is impossible. I will never look non-binary enough. There will always be a discussion about whether I or the characters that look and act and feel the way I do are supposed to be that or not. And that is the most saddening thing in the world. And the only reason why I'm making this video is because there has to be someone else. I'm praying in my heart that there is someone else who feels the same way, because if not, I feel genuinely alone. And it's really hard to discuss and explain. Because this is just my feelings. But my community has always been a safe place. And I hope it continues to be that. It's funny, I created Kate actually because I felt like Kate was the best representation of who I wanted to look like and be. And they've beautifully grown into their own person as well. There's a part of me who's scared that the day will come where people will be debating their gender. Kate was always supposed to be non-binary. They were always supposed to be the protagonists of my story because they are me and I am them. And you might look at this silly cartoon character and think, how the fuck would you ever become something like that? I don't know. I wish I could. It's dumb, but I wish I could. And I don't know how to explain that. Characters like Chris. And the person from Owl House with the non-binary nails, and Lucy, or whatever her name was, who was supposed to be non-binary. Or a few of the characters who I know are. There aren't that many. I just hope that this video makes someone else feel less lonely and know that they're not alone in this. I don't know, I'm just ranting. I just need to get this out.